Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe. My channel is about all things makeup related, so if that interests you, be sure to subscribe. Today's video is an eyeshadow tutorial for beginners. It's an every occasion eyeshadow tutorial, a mix between cool and warm. And it's beginner friendly and it's using 3 of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. So today's tutorial I'm going to be using the Taupe by Colourpop. This is a must-have, super affordable, cool tone, perfect for every day. This is my everyday go-to crease shade right there. So love that's Taupe by Colourpop. And this one is no longer available, but they do have a smaller version. It is the Tarte Juicy palette. I do have a smaller one, but I only use one shade in here, but this palette, love this palette. And of course the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes palette. I have so many tutorials on my channel using this palette. It is the perfect go-to bridal, everyday, beginner friendly, perfect eyeshadow palette. So we're just gonna jump right into the tutorial. So the first brush I'm gonna use is an REL. This is an A11 blending brush. It has a really nice fluffy blending brush here, and the shade I'm gonna put into my crease is my everyday crease shade, which is in the That's Taupe palette, and it is the Pebble Beach shade. So I'm gonna go in with that shade right there. I just love this shade so much. It's a perfect touch of brown in your crease. It doesn't look like you're trying too hard or anything, and it just blends like a dream. So just like that, I'm gonna blend Pebble Beach into my crease. This is gonna add definition. This is a cross between warm and cool. I like to combine warm and cool eyeshadows because I think it just gives a better, like, universal look in the end. And I think they help each other out. So warm tones are best for like green eyes, blue eyes, people who are tanner, and cool tones are better for like blue eyes, people who are more fair skin, and just personal preference. I prefer warm tones. My wife prefers cool tones, but I have been drawing more for cool tone eyeshadows lately. So take your time and just make sure this is nice and well blended. On my channel, I'm an over blender and not an under blender. I spend so much time blending. I do have a video up about blending eyeshadow. I guess I should make a more recent one. But when it comes to the crease, you can be messy with it. You can just blend, blend, blend up into your brow, up into the lower lid. That just kind of helps give it a universal like brownness there, but focusing here on the crease. The crease is that part between your eyeball and your bone, and just making sure that area is the darkest. Alright, so I think they're pretty well blended there. I just want some definition like that. Okay. So I created this exact look that I'm creating on my friend for her baby shower. And after I made the look, I was like, this is kind of one of my go-to eye looks for special occasions. And I thought I would talk about it on my channel, but I do use 3 palettes. You don't need all 3 palettes to make this look. You can just use 1 palette. You can substitute shades. I'm just going to use all 3 because there's certain shades in the palettes that I like. So next, I'm going to use the same palette. I'm going to use an REL A25. These are some of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. I'll have them linked below. But these REL ones by Morphe, and I really like Sigma, and Colourpop has some really good brushes too. So this is the REL A25. This is just a more dense, smaller blending brush. This is perfect for the outer V and just chiseling. So in the That's Taupe palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Python. Python is a cool tone purplish shade. Do you see that? It comes on the eye more brown than purple, but it is a very cool tone, purpley shade. You always put the darker shades on the outer V. And so I'm just gonna blend this here into my crease. My friend who I created this look on, she has like almost the same eye shape as me, and her eyes are brown. And this eye look looked really nice on brown eyes. So I am just blending this into my outer V. Very lightly, like with the tip of the brush and just wrist motions here. Sometimes if you're too aggressive, hold the very, very end of the brush, because then you will be way more gentle. So just like that, just kind of blending the outer V. Then I'm going to do the other eye. Always tap off the brush once you have the shadow on to get rid of the excess, because you don't want it to be too much when you apply it to the eye. Again, make sure you take your time blending this out. I like my eyeshadows to be very dispersed. I don't like any harsh edges, so I do bring it up pretty high. Depending on your eye shape, you may not want to bring it up as high, but with mine, I like it high and low. Make sure you get it really well blended here on the lower lash line. All right, so now I'm going to take the Too Faced Born This Way palette. I'm just going to use a more dense blending brush. This is an E35 by Sigma, and I'm going to go with the shade Seashell, just right down there. It's more pink than nude. You can see Seashell's more pink, nude's more brown. And I'm going to blend this here into my crease. Just trying to give a little bit more definition, but soft definition. And I'm gonna take this Ariel A18. This brush is skinny like that. It's almost like a paintbrush, really, really dense. And I'm going to use this to line my lash line. So this is gonna be a warmer shade. I'm gonna take Cocoa, one of my favorite browns. I'm gonna take the shade Cocoa. It's like a red tone, warm, matte brown. And I'm going to line my lash line, making the thickest part out here towards my outer V. So I'm holding this horizontal like this, right by my lash line, and rubbing it back and forth. I just love the smoky lash line trend right now. It's just so pretty. I think that the winged eyeliner is really pretty, but I've just been, I don't know, I haven't worn a wing eyeliner in a very long time. And so just like that. See that really nice warm lash line, and it has that contrast with the cool tone crease area. Love that. So I'm gonna do the other eye, thicker on the outer V area. And I just love a smoky lash line. It also helps your false lashes blend into your eye. And it doesn't have to be perfectly even with the other eye. So if you're not good at doing wing eyeliner, these looks will give you the thickness around the lashes, but without the stress of a wing lash. So after that, I just kind of take a blending brush that's smaller and I just kind of blend it out a little bit. I don't want it to be too harsh, and by blending it out I just mean tapping it slightly, not like blending it out, just tap and move it around just a little bit so it doesn't look so placed and precise. So after we do that, I'm going to take the A25 again. Not sure if I mentioned this brush. Did I say this was an A25? So this is the A25, the one that I put the purple with on the outside. I'm going to go back in with Python from the That's Colourpop palette. And I'm just going to blend over top of that smokiness. Just drag it slightly into the crease. Okay. So now we get to play with shimmer. So the That's Colourpop, That's Taupe palette has this very, very glittery shimmer shade. If you are all about the glitter, I suggest this shade. If you are not all about the glitter, then I suggest a shimmery shade like this. This is the Reflex shade and the Juicy Tarte palette. So they're both like two really good shades. I think I'm gonna use both of them. On my friend, I used the Reflect shade because I tried to use this and it was just too much. It was like a baby shower, it wasn't anything crazy. So I'm gonna use the shade Reflect. I'm just gonna go on my finger because I think fingers apply shimmers the best. And I'm not going that close to my lash line. I'm staying right here below my crease. I just want some shimmer in here. I want my crease to stay matte and I want my lash line to stay dark. Oops. So I'm just gonna like pat it like that. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous shimmer shade, by the way. Very pigmented. And I'm gonna go over to the other eye. And just like that. So I have my shimmer placed. I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush and just kind of blend above it. Soften out those edges. And the A25 and just kind of drag on top of the edge of the shimmer there. Because I don't want the shimmers to be too crazy. And then that skinny A18, I just want to rub that on top of the lash line again. So you just have like a shimmery touch here and then like it's just kind of diffused. And then I'm just going to use both of them for fun. I'm going to take this one, but I'm actually going to use a brush. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M433, and I'm going to tap Salted, just like a glittery shade, and I'm just going to like touch it on top. And do you see the difference between that shade and that? It's like more glitter. But not too much. But you see why I didn't go straight on in with that shade. Because that would have been too much for what I'm going for. So just like tap it around. Like this look is not a precise look. And I'm gonna go back in with the shades Cocoa on the L'Oreal A18. And I'm gonna tap that on top here down at the bottom. Diffusing it up into the outer V, like that. And then I'm gonna take a small brush. This is an this is a Morphe GH39, and I'm gonna take this vanilla shade, which is Swan, and I'm just gonna touch that on the brow bone. Give a little bit of a matte highlight. Nothing crazy. And then my favorite inner corner highlight is the Laura Mercier 01 highlight. And I just touch it here in my inner corner. It's not going to take away from the eyeshadow, but it is going to give me a highlight in the inner corner. So next we're going to do my bottom lash line. So this is a 29 by Ariel. It's like a fluffy blending brush, but it's flat like a paintbrush. See that? I'm going to take the shade Python, which is that purpley shade, and I'm just going to keep that on the lash line lower outer V. Dragging it like halfway through, but keeping it on the outermost part of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to apply the Essence Nude eyeliner. This is only $3.99 and it's just like the absolute best eyeliner ever. Like if I've convinced you to buy anything, it will be this eyeliner. I even said to my friend when I put this on, I was like, this is gonna last forever, and she was like, whoa, it does last forever. And then I'm gonna apply some mascara. This is the Watch Me What's Up Beauty mascara. This was sent to me, and I love this mascara. The packaging is heavy and it's stunning. It's like the same color as Better Than Sex mascara, and the wand is like a regular mascara brush, but also has this plastic. Do you see the plastic brush? Very unique, but I love this mascara. It's so good. So I'm just going to put a coat of mascara on and then apply my false lashes. And so that is the completed look. I applied the Ardell Demi Wispy lashes, and I put some eyeshadow on the band, some more of the Cocoa Bear, or no, not Cocoa Bear, Cocoa. And I applied bottom lash mascara. And so that is the completed look. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you in my next video.